Bonjour, Sego. Hello, everybody. My name is Shuma, and welcome to another activity video. Today, we'll be creating our very own DIY ice candles. Isn't that beautiful? When I was much younger, my father would make these ice candles every winter. He would decorate them with all kinds of beautiful nature items, and when they froze, he would set them along the driveway and light candles in all of them. I spent many hours sitting outside watching them flicker and glow in the dark. So now we can make them all for ourselves. Before we start the activity, I'm going to sing an Ojibwe song that I wrote the other day to honor the fire, which we put in the tea candle, which we put in the ice candle. So this song is called Ishkoday, which means in Ojibwe, fire. This is the spelling of Ishkoday, which means fire. And in the song, I'm going to be saying Giwabama, which means we see you. And I'm going to be saying Ginondwa, which means we hear you. And then I'll be saying Giwijua, which means to be with us. And then the last thing I'll be singing will be Gichimikwech, which means we really thank you. So those are all the things I'll be singing for our fire. Ishkoday, Giwabama, Ishkoday, Giwabama, 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 Ishkoday, Giwabama. Way heya, way hayo, way heya, way hayo, way heya, way hayo, way heya, way hayo. Ishkoday, Ginondwa, Ishkoday, Ginondwa, 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 Ishkoday, Ginondwa. Way heya, way hayo, way heya, way hayo, way heya, way hayo, way heya, way hayo. Ishkoday, Giwijua, Ishkoday, Giwijua, 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 Ishkoday, Giwijua. Way heya, way hayo, way heya, way hayo, way heya, way hayo, way heya, way hayo. Ishkoday, Gichimikwech, Ishkoday, Gichimikwech, 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 Ishkoday, Gichimikwech. Way heya, way hayo, way heya, way hayo, way heya, way hayo, way heya, way hayo. Miigwech. Okay, now it's time to jump into our activity. For this activity, the materials you'll need today are quite simple. You'll need a container, which you'll fill about halfway with water. Next, you'll need some rocks, and you'll put them in a smaller container or a mason jar. With the smaller container, you'll place it into the larger container, like so, and you'll tape it down so it doesn't pop out while it freezes. The last item you'll need is some decorations, if you like, to make your ice candle extra pretty. Today I have some flowers, cedar, and even some birch bark. And that is all the materials you need for your ice candle. Alright, so let's begin our ice candle. To start off, we fill up the larger container about halfway to a quarter of water. Once we have that filled up, we'll take our smaller container and we'll put our rocks into the container. Drop them nicely so if you're using a glass jar like I am, it won't crack. And you want to fill it up so it's heavy enough that it won't pop up out of the water. I'll put one more big rock in, just for good measure. There we go. That looks perfect. Great. So now we grab our tape and we take off 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, and 4 pieces of tape. And with these 4 pieces of tape, it will help the jar, your smaller container, stay in place and not move around while it freezes in the larger container. So let's put these 4 pieces of tape around the smaller container, like so. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lovely. Once the tape is on, we'll take our smaller container or mason jar, and you're going to place it right into the middle of the larger container. And then you'll tape the edges around the sides. That way, the jar will stay in place and not shift around. You're going to also want to make sure that the smaller container or the mason jar is not touching the bottom. And that way, there'll be some ice on the bottom too. And now, we can decorate it, if you wish. Alright, so I'm going to take some beautiful flowers, and I'm going to stick them along the sides of the mason jar and the large container. And that way, when it freezes, it'll be frozen right into the ice mold. Isn't that so beautiful? I can't wait to see the final result. And you also don't have to just use nature items. You can also use toys, Lego. That's a great part about ice candles. You can use whatever you like to decorate your ice candle. So, I'm going to find a few more items and I'm going to stick them along the sides of the little container and the large container. And that way, it'll freeze and look so beautiful at the end. Now that my ice candle mold is all decorated with beautiful flowers, I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to place it right into the freezer. That's going to be the easiest way to freeze my ice candle since it's still a little warm outside and that would take a long time to freeze. So I'm going to use my freezer today and that will speed up the process. Oops! When I was taking the ice candle out of the freezer, I accidentally broke it. But that's okay because I have a second one that I can use. When the water is all frozen, you'll put it under hot water until the middle container can get pulled out nice and easy like so. And once the middle part is pulled out, you're going to turn it over and you're going to heat up the bottom for a few minutes until the whole mold of your ice candle comes out like so. And now you can take your candle and you can put it right into the ice candle and you can take it outside. Alright, that is all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed that activity, and I look forward to seeing pictures of your beautiful ice candles outside. Until next time, guaba minwa, pamapi. See you later, everybody.